Listen, happy full moon in Capricorn. See the moon beaming right through, getting up into my third eye. What? Sitting out here beaming with the moon and catching my moonbeams. Yes, yes, yes. This full moon in Capricorn, that was on the 29th. I'm in the wee hours now, but it's still 29 for me. We in the 29th hour. And that is where we are also finding Jupiter, speaking of 29, at 29 degrees out, on its way out of Cancer into Libra, I know it's the L word, into Leo. I'm just so beaming with my beams right now. But happy full moon in Capricorn, which the sun is in Cancer. So for those who don't know, the full moon is where you got the cosmic spotlight right here shining its cosmic light on any dysfunctions or any misconcepts, any grievances. It's just highlighting what needs to come up. I know that may sound bad. It's not all bad. It's really for the good. It's here to give us the opportunity to bring up the well of emotions in us, just like it rises the tides. It rises the well of emotions in us. So every month we get an opportunity with the full moon to do just that, ride these energetic waves and transmute. Full moon transmutation. We're transmuting all the blockages in your energy centers into their higher evolved states. Right? For those who are in the workshop, for those who know what I'm talking about, working with the full moon and your energy centers and all the other celestial bodies to say, hey, what's going on, to guide us right through this. So things to know about this full moon. For one, it was maybe at about 7 something p.m. Eastern time, right? And for two, let's look at the three highlights of this full moon that I'd like to talk about. A full moon, first of all, is always when the moon and the sun are in opposition. And the opposing factors is really to help bring balance. They're in opposition, but it's to help find the balance. It's like sifting through the flaws in order to find the cause, right? I like that, sifting through the flaws in order to find the cause, to know where we need to be in harmony, so that when it comes time to new moon, kiss and makeup time, we can harmonize. But the full moon helps us find that harmony. And so with this full moon, it highlights particularly three main highlights that I noticed about it. For one, it's kind of showing a little beginning and end, a little alpha and omega of meaning a beginning and end. It's the ending in the sense that it is the last full moon with the lunar nodes in their position of Virgo and Pisces. It is the last full moon before, there's two last, can't remember the other one right now, but it's the first of the next season, right? It's the last, it's Jupiter. It's also the last full moon while Jupiter is in Cancer. So it's kind of like that last call for some people that may be like, so, what's so big about that? Well, Jupiter has been working on us and working our nerves, kind of, as it has been in the house of Cancer for the past year. Cancer, which represents the home life, emotions, because the moon rules. The moon rules Cancer, so Cancer is its home space. So emotions, the nurturer, maternal. So even within the family, you'll find that a lot of things have been coming up in regards to our maternal lineage. And so things were happening to expand, to bring an expanded view, to expand what is happening, to expand the wisdom ultimately, right? So it was here doing that for the past year. And we had it there while Third Eye Atlas was passing through. Y'all know I got to talk about Third Eye Atlas, because that's a once in a lifetime of lifetime opportunities. And so while it was here updating our entire solar system, Jupiter was in Cancer. So it was really giving us the opportunity to really bring up a lot in our bloodline and things like that. And for a lot of us who are shifting into the fifth dimension, to really know what time it is, to really give us the opportunity of what to let go. Mind you, all of this was happening while Uranus was in its last hours of Taurus, tearing up shop in the house, in the earth, things in this world, our life, world, and affairs, all physical things. It was really just shaking the foundations of all of that. And so that was happening. Meanwhile, in the last inning, in the last hour of all of this, while Jupiter is at the end in its final degrees of Cancer, we had Uranus. While Jupiter was in its final degrees, we had Uranus leave Taurus and enter into Gemini, while Chiron steps in, the Taurus exchange. It steps in and says, hey, let's look at these wounds. So we have ample space and opportunity to take advantage of transmuting. There's no way out but in and through. We have to get through the karmas, the karmic slit in our soul. There's karmic debt to pay, right? And I'm not saying this in a bad way. I'm saying that we have got to do our due diligence to remove any resistance in our soul. And the moon, full moons, give us this opportunity. The other cosmic bodies that are in alignment on the tick of the talk of the cosmic clock give us this opportunity. So we're seeing all of this in the final hour, in the final inning, that as Jupiter was closing out, Uranus is leaving, Chiron enters. And then now we're really looking at these wounds, and we kind of getting a last little itty bitty opportunity with Mercury retrograding and pulling back. So after Mercury has engaged with said Jupiter in Cancer, and a lot of us are seeing the final areas of our life. Oh, excuse the noise. A lot of us are seeing in the final areas of our lives where some things are coming together, or some things that are just really falling apart in the families, but to let us know how we are coming together. You're finding your soul family, your soul tribes. You're realizing, for those that are on the ascension and quantum leaping through the fifth dimension, we're seeing where it's time to really leave 3D behind. The shadows and the misconcepts that we had, and the misappropriations that we had in this particular dimension. It's like we're seeing where all of that culminates, and it's like, wrap it up, tie it up, let's go. Right? So that was one of the main things. So that's the alpha and the omega. That's the beginning and the end. And another main aspect that is being highlighted with the full moon is that it is in between summer solstice and Sirius gateway, right in the middle of it all. So it is like it's like a light code sandwich to me, because we have all the light codes that were streaming in from the summer solstice at its solar maximum, just beaming all these light codes on us. And then now we get the opportunity before the next light code alignment with Sirius, where we're going to be getting more light codes. Light codes are always coming and streaming through the sun, but I'm talking about amplified light codes, and light codes that are in alignment with particular assignments in the stars and in the cosmos, and that are like activating us to our next, mission, co-mission on Earth, whatever it is that we're set to do, and helping the dormant codes come online. So we have summer solstice, and then we have Sirius gateway, and in the middle we have the full moon. So the full moon is like the meat in the middle, and we have that opportunity in between the two to release what needs to come up. So it's like the summer solstice beams us with these streams of light codes, almost like a pressure cleaner, cleaning us all off. And then here comes the full moon to really like flush through and remove what hasn't been serving us, remove and clear out any blocks in these energy centers, particularly the lower chakras. fear, guilt, shame, grief. So it can clear up all of that resistance and allow more light codes to flow through, like Sirius Gateway, to come in and do what it do. So this is very intrinsic. You know, I got to give us the cosmic introspective, the cosmic view of perspective of what's happening, especially with anything that is helping us to ascend to the next dimension, preparing us for the 5th dimension, preparing us for a deeper dive into the Aquarian age. Because once these nodes shift, the North Node is going to go from this spiritual maturation that we were supposed to gain a spiritual maturation in Pisces to now then take us into North Node in Aquarius, bringing us more into the Aquarian age. And the energies are saying, are you ready? Did you catch your codes? Did you get what you needed to get? All right, and this is the first. What is the first? Did I say the first? I think I did. Oh, it's the first full moon of this quarter, meaning this second quarter, the second quadrant, beginning during the cardinal sign of Cancer, right? And it's the first, if you look at it like that, of this season. It's the first full moon of this season, this next season. If you look at it within the first 9 months, for those who have the 5D calendar, from Aries to Sagittarius is 9 months. So within the first, we just passed the first trimester, so it's also the first full moon of this second trimester within these 9 months. The first full moon within the second quarter of this entire, year, this is the second quadrant. So that's the first of that. And then there's it being in between the light code sandwich. And then the third main thing to know about it is that the theme of this is what it's finding the balance for. It's finding the balance for practical responsibilities. There we go. Practical responsibilities in Capricorn, to harmonize and finding that balance with the emotional intelligence of Cancer. All right, the emotional intelligence of Cancer in the home, whereas with the practical responsibilities in the world. So what's happening in the outer world is seeking the balance of what is within, and it's showing how it's very reflective of what is within. What's happening in the outer world, and these practical responsibilities are reflective based on what happens within. Home, not just meaning our home life, but home as in within our consciousness. What is within, right? And so this is the harmonizing that we're seeing that's happening and what's going on, and we're here for it. And other aspects that we're looking at is we're looking at there's a square with who's in Aries. Stand up, you planets that are in Aries. Neptune and Saturn, in which Saturn rules Capricorn. So we're hearing that restriction again. This is a T-square with Saturn, Sun, and Moon. And the Saturn is really reinforcing accountability. And it's in the sign of Aries, in its new beginnings and whole new cycle. And it's let your no be your no, in Aries being about you, your individual self, and what's best in your soul sovereignty, to let your no be your no. So whatever has been coming up, and if you had said no about it, you did good. Stand 10 toes down on your no. And Neptune in Aries is also a part of this square, being like the dreams, the planet of dreams in this new world, in this new building. Like, it's like there's a new building that's happening as well. What are we building? As Capricorn likes to build the work, build the mountain. What are we building? So everything that's happening that's even really being stripped away is what are we building? What are we adding to? What is the dreams and aspirations showing you? Alright, so we have that, and then we have Mars in Gemini. Mars was just joined Uranus in Gemini. Mars is like an instigator. Mars is like, like, oh, get them, go disrupt some stuff. So we got to kind of look out for a little bit of disruption, especially in the shadow aspects of Mars. If you're not in the evolved aspect, Mars can really be, you know, that shadow of getting, you want to be starting something, get it started. You want to get it started, take the initiative, but really instigating the disruptions and disturbances that Uranus wants to bring. Also, on the technological side, with technology, we could see some new things coming forth, some new things that are, some new ideas that are springing forth, specifically within technology, as Uranus represents that, you know, futuristic, fast forward. So it could be about a radical change that brings something new. All right, so there's that. And, you know, with the theme of Mercury pulling back in the retrograde, it's like Mercury is saying, pull up, pull it back. I'm the rubber band man, pull it back, snap it back, to give us an opportunity. The retrograde is to give us a chance to really look at any messages we might have missed with when Jupiter was in Cancer. So even though Jupiter is shifting out, it's almost like the Mercury retrograde is still giving us an opportunity to adhere to go back and relook and respect, and then adhere to what Jupiter was expanding for us in the home life, with maternal, in the maternal arenas, and with certain type of emotional aspects. What was it expanding, right? And we're looking at, again, emotional intelligence that is to come forth. This is why we have to work this full moon to transmute, so that we can see with wisdom and with emotional intelligence that is in this wisdom. Because right now we got to see that emotional intelligence that's coming from the emotional damage. That's what Chiron is like, coming in and saying, you know, ooh, emotional damage. Because, ooh, I see your wound. But Cancer, the sun being in Cancer, remember the sun brings everything into the outer world. It's actually very beneficial to allowing us to see the emotions off rip, bringing these emotions from the inner world into the outer world. So allowing them to come up. Is it always going to feel nice? No. But it is bringing it up so that we can see it. We don't got to hide from it. And maybe, you know, some people like hiding from it. Though a lot of people don't like the covers being pulled off. They don't like the disturbance. But for those of us who are on the ascension, and you see some things kicking up in your life, world, and affairs, it is for the better. It is to bring the emotions. The emotions are to the surface so that you can deal with it. The emotions are not here to beat you up. It's here for you to feel, to get to extract the instructions, because feelings indicate. It's here to extract that so that you can be at your best. You know what it is. It's only here to instruct to you what's been happening, what is happening, and what is going to happen based on these energies in motion. Ashe, ashe, ashe. And it is well on its way. So was glad to share that here with you, reporting live under the moonlight of Capricorn. So get your transmutation on. It's all here for the benefit and here to help you catapult us into the next timeline. Where my quantum leapers at, where my 144 ascendants. This is for you. Light codes are coming through, but we got to do our due diligence and clear the channel and let it flow through. Ashe, peace, love, and light.